Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and Apple has just released the new iOS 18.2. Now this is a big update with a ton of new features and changes. So with these new features and changes, there will also be, of course, new settings. So in today's video, we're taking a look at 18 settings that I believe you must change once you have updated your device to the new iOS 18.2. The first one, head on to your settings, go under Apple Intelligence and Siri, of course if you have a newer device that does support the new Apple Intelligence features. Scroll down here and you will find a new extension section right here, and you will find ChatGPT. Right here we'll have the ability to turn on ChatGPT for your device. Make sure to turn this on, and once you have done that, you will be able to actually use Siri to request ChatGPT to do different things on your device. Whether you're speaking or typing to Siri, all you have to do is just ask Siri to do something via ChatGPT and you're good to go. And right here we'll also find another setting called Confirm ChatGPT Requests. Now when you request something to Siri and Siri wants to do it through ChatGPT, it will actually request you to allow Siri to do that because it has to send your information to ChatGPT. So by enabling this, you will have Siri confirming with you anytime it wants to send a request to ChatGPT. And here we have another new setting that you will be able to find under Sounds and Haptics. Go here and scroll down, you will find something called Volume Limit. Now this is for the built-in speakers of your device. You enable it right here and you can now set the volume limit for the speakers, the built-in speakers of your iPhone. I actually suggest that you do that. You will have the slider which allows you to set the volume limit from 90% down to 20%. Maybe at around 80 here or maybe 70 should be the best option for you because it will protect your built-in speakers, and probably you're also never using the built-in speakers at 100%. You don't really need that, but just in case maybe someone else will turn up the volume all the way up, that case might be damaging your speakers. You will have them protected by enabling the limit right here. Now when it comes to volume, here's another new setting that you should enable on your device. Head on to Settings under Accessibility, find here Audio and Visuals, and then you will find something called Always Show Volume Controls. You enable it right there and it will show you your volume control on the lock screen media player. So you will have a slider that allows you to easily adjust the volume of your media. Next up, we're talking about default apps. Now you can change your default apps faster and easier, and you can actually see what you're able to change when it comes to default apps. And you can do that now by a new setting, new section that Apple has added under apps here. So go to apps. At the top, you will find default apps and you will see everything that you can change here. So you will have your email, messaging, calling, call filtering, browsers, of course, passwords, contactless apps, and also keyboards. Any of these can be changed, of course, if you have apps installed on your iPhone. In case if you have, let's say here, third-party browsing apps or mail apps, you just go here and it shows them on the list, and from here you can quickly switch to the other default app you might want to use. Another thing you can change now much easier and faster, and probably a lot of you didn't even know that you could do this on iOS, is changing the search engine of your device. So whenever you're searching something on Safari, by default you're doing it via Google. So you want to change that to another search engine. Now all you have to do is go to search here and then go to search engine, and you will have 5 different search engines right here to choose from, and you can choose, of course, the one that you want. Now with iOS 18.2, we have a brand new Mail app, and you will also have new settings for the Mail app notifications. So head on here under Notifications and find Mail. And once you're on the Mail section, just scroll down and you will find here Customize Notifications. So you will have 2 different main options right here at the top. So the Mail app, as you probably know, with iOS 18.2 now has different categories, and you will have your primary mail and then you will have all the other messages. So what you get here is the ability to choose what you want to show the badge for on the Mail app icon, whether you want to show the badge count only for the primary which I use in my case, or you want to see all the unread messages. Now, as far as I have noticed, using of course this new app on the beta stages, it's actually quite accurate, so I prefer to use it only for the unread messages in the primary, which are always the important messages. Another setting you can change for mail can be found now under the mail settings. So go to app section, go to mail, and right here you will find contacts photos. So show contacts photos allows you to show the contacts photos on the inbox of your mail. So on the left side right here, you will see the photos of your contacts. You want to do that, you enable it right here. Now, as you probably have seen before, this is the new mail app with all the different categories. Right here you can switch between different categories and you can swipe like this if you want to see all the mail of your device. But what if you don't want to have this? If you prefer the old one, this is a setting that you can actually change from the mail app here without having to go to the settings app. All you have to do is just tap the three dots, and it's actually really easy. Tap the list view right there, and as you can see, you will get the old mail app on your device. Now here we have another really important setting that I suggest you enable immediately on your iPhone. Head on to settings, under apps, find Safari, and then right here under privacy and security, you will find a new setting for showing warnings when your connection is not secured. So right here, not secure connection warning, make sure you have that switch enabled. So whenever you're connecting to a website that doesn't have a secure connection, Safari will be able to warn you. And now let's move on to some other settings that I think you should change once you have updated your device. First of all, head on to apps, and now you will find the App Store section right here, not on the first page of the settings. Now App Store is actually on the apps section. So what I suggest you enable here is app updates. Why I think you should have automatic app updates enabled is that nowadays, when Apple releases a new software release like iOS 18.2, which is quite big, there will be a ton of apps, especially the bigger, the more popular apps, that will be updated with new features and new stuff to be better compatible with this update of iOS. So every day you will have a ton of app updates. So you want to make sure that you have all of your apps updated all the time. So you enable right here the automatic updates and you're good to go. Next up, we're moving here to Apple Intelligence and Siri. Go here and then go to Talk and Type to Siri. Make sure you have enabled Type to Siri. Whether you have Apple Intelligence or not on your device, Type to Siri now can be done simply by double tapping right here on the home bar. You double tap there and from anywhere you can now type to Siri. You don't have to choose between typing or talking to Siri. You can do both of them anytime you want. Next up, we're moving under notifications. Summarize notifications, a great feature to have enabled on your iPhone. Enable it right there and then it will show you here a list of all the different apps that you have installed on your iPhone. Now from here you can choose for which apps you want to see summarize notifications. If you have any apps that you don't want to see here, you can just simply turn off the switch. And here we have a setting that I suggest you turn off, and of course you can find this under privacy and security, but only if you have an Apple Intelligence device. So right here we have Apple Intelligence Report. Go here and make sure you have this turned off. So it will give you a report for Apple Intelligence for like 15 minutes or the past 7 days based on what you choose, but it will actually consume a ton of battery. It's always working in the background, and if you don't really need it, I think most people won't actually need this, make sure you have it turned off. Another really important setting is always the battery limit. I suggest that you go to your settings, go under battery, go to charging right here, and make sure you have set the limit for the charging of your device. I think the best option for everyone is to choose 90%. You will get the most battery charge on your iPhone, but again, you're actually protecting the battery health of your iPhone. So what I think is the best option, 90%, go ahead and do it right away. Next up, we're moving under the general settings. Go right here to autofill and passwords. Make sure you have this enabled. It is called delete after use, a setting that allows any codes that you get, any confirmation codes that you get on the iMessage app or the Mail app to be deleted automatically once you have used them. A great feature to have, make sure you have it enabled. And for the last couple of ones, we're moving here under the privacy settings. Privacy, location services. If you use location services, you should always check your apps and see which apps are using your location. There are probably a ton of apps that are using your location that you don't really need to have enabled. And also, when they're using your location, make sure you turn off precise location. Not every app will need to have your precise location, so make sure you check that. And last but not least, right here under the privacy and security section, go to this part right here. Make sure to check everything here. So you will have here things like your local network, your microphone, your camera, your Bluetooth, everything will be right here. And it will show you a number here which indicates how many apps have access to these things, like the camera right here or the microphone. You can see I have 12 apps that actually have access to my microphone. So go ahead and check them here and see if there's an app that shouldn't be, and make sure to turn it off. So that is it for this video, guys. These are 18 settings that I believe you must change right away on your iOS 18.2 device. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more iOS 18.2 videos, and I will see you on the next one.